Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing a journal with me where I kind of decorate the pages. If you're watching this on Monday, this is in place of my regular scheduled Monday morning ramble session because I'm currently out of town. Yes, with my sweet daughter, we took a quick 4-day trip to Savannah, Georgia. So I am going to be decorating some pages. I am well behind, okay, well behind in this journal. This is my October journal. And yeah, I just haven't been coming in here like I should be, or like I could be, I guess, right? So this right here is a little pocket, Saturday the 4th, nap time with Nana. Have a little picture here. I need to put, um, something in here to do my notes on. And then this here, let's see. Okay, this is this whole page. This belongs to the pages behind, but um this is all pretty much done unless I decide to put a quote or something. I just use this little notepad paper to use as a like a belly band, and my notes will go on here. This is the day my husband and I went out to breakfast together, and then I'm going to write a little bit something in here. Okay, so on this page, let's see what we have here. Let's see if we can glue any of this stuff down or see where we want to put some of this stuff. Um, okay. Let's see. I think this is going to go here. This is I do believe, yes, this is the day that I did the video for making those sweet little candy wrapper charms, and I'll put all the links again below. Um, they are just so much fun to make. I cannot wait to make more. So, let's see how we can do this. And here is a baby picture. Okay. That was of my son and his little girl. So let's just get started, shall we? Okay. Let me see here. Um, I think I'm going to color these pages first off. And then, well, let's see. We might put that down here and this up here. Um, and then on the inside here, I do have these, except that, I thought I kind of, well, all right, we're going to just have to figure this out together. Okay, here are the charms that I made. Yeah. And then, um, I think maybe here, what I might do is just put this here as a pocket, right? And I just love this. Use it like as a tuck spot. Because what am I doing? Okay. I have my notes from my video here. So that'll go in there. And then I have this that I sent to a sweet friend, this that I sent to my daughter. So I might just put that kind of thing over, maybe over here. I don't know. Ugh. When you have so many things to put, but not enough space, right? um, the only other thing I could possibly do is just put this over here as the whole thing and then make this into a pocket, right? And then I could actually have this in here um with this explaining, what I did. Oh gosh. And then I can put this in the pocket for sure. Let's see here. I could put this in the pocket. Uh, and I could put these two over here. Yeah, this here. And then I still have these two things that I might just go ahead and put on like a notepad. I don't know. Do I want this to flip out or not? That's the question, right? But see, if I make this here like a tuck spot, then I will have room to tuck as much stuff as I want in, right? And then let me see. But then I still have like my baby girl's picture to put in here somehow. I don't know. I'm not really sure because these two things are big, like too big. Um okay. I could move this aside over here, put this right in the middle, which I don't really care about. And this can still fold in. I can still use this. No. Huh. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I could still use this as a tuck spot. Oh golly. Um, how do I do this? Um, hmm. Huh. Okay, I'm just thinking. All right. Well, first of all, let's just color these pages. Okay. So I'm going to use my daubers. I think I'm going to use pink, of course, and yellow. So let's go. Okay. Oh, don't forget, if you like what you see, to hit that subscribe button and like it and all that jazz. Okay. Um, let me get this thing up flowing. I absolutely love these things. And the book that is, I'm sorry if I'm shaking you guys about too. Golly, I can't stand that. But there's nothing I can do because you're attached to my table. All right. Um, yeah, these pages here are like from I don't even know what. But the pages, like an old book, right? And the pages are super thick, which is really nice. Um, I don't think we'll see. Let's see if they bled through. Nope, doesn't even bleed through. And that is some juicy ink on there. So let's just dry this off quickly. If I can, if I will. One of the things too, let me just double check, is when you're using your heat tool, okay, I don't have pictures there. If you have a picture, it will ruin it. Okay, so just beware of that if you're using a heat tool to dry your stuff. Nope, some of it got over there. No biggie. Doesn't bother me at all. These ink daubers dry fairly quickly. Fairly quickly because I do think there's alcohol involved, so um, yeah, it doesn't take too long for it to all dry up. All right, let's just hit the back part. All right, let's hope that's dry enough. Oh, it's still a little damp there. No big deal. I don't really care. All right, so we're going to use the yellow one now. Whoops. Get the juices flowing. And then there. Sorry again if you're being jostled about. Um, yeah. We'll dry this. Sorry. I could have done this before I turned on the camera, but I was busy doing other things, like doing lettering and stuff like that. So, yep, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, here. All right, that should take care of it, hopefully. All right, now what to do, what to do. I don't know how long this video is gonna take. Okay, see, I love that with the pink behind and the yellow here. So we might just go with the first plan. I'm not sure. Let's see. Or we might go a totally different way. I mean, who knows, Who knows? And then that can go there. But, I think, I want maybe if this is big enough. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just back it and then you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, so this is going to go here. So, out. I'm marking it on the back, just where I need to do the tape or whatever. I'm going to use this simply because I've been using it a lot more lately. Okay, just checking to make sure because it is so much faster. Number one, now I think I said it in another video, like, will it stand the test of time? I have no clue. I really don't. Um, but I'm using it anyhow. If it happens to come to pass that it did not work as well as I had hoped and stuff starts falling off, then that's just the way it is, you know? I'll just glue it back on then. So, yes, how are you guys doing with your journaling? I don't know what it is, but gosh, come on. There are a couple times in the year, mostly in the spring, and it seems to be a pattern, like in the springtime and then again in the fall. I'm not really sure what it is, but I seem to get like what's it called? Uh a slump. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. A slump. Yeah, I seem to get into a slump and I don't like it. I mean, who does, right? But I'm just trying to line this up a bit. I don't know. See if it yeah, that worked out well. Okay. And then I might not have put this down low enough, which is fine. It's no big deal. Okay, we're going to go like that. Anyway, yeah, I seem to, for whatever reason, get into a slump in the fall and in the spring, and I don't know what it is, but it is what it is, you know? Where I just get really behind, you know? I was doing so well with whatever with what was it, like August and September. I was like super proud of those books, and then October comes around and I was, I'm excited for October and everything, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's just I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Okay, so let's see. This is going to open like this. And then, oh, I should back these two as well because I could put these here perhaps, something like so. Um, I don't know. Okay, that there. And then what do we do with these things? I need some sort of pocket is what I need because I need to put my notes in there. So shall I go? I can definitely cut this down. And then maybe I'll just put it up there. Yeah, I'll do that maybe. So this I could definitely cut down. This is a cute little thing I sent to my sweet friend Agnes. Maybe I'll cut it even down further on both sides. That. There we go. And then will that fit there? Yes, it will. Okay. Let's see here what we can do. All right. I think I am just going to put this here like this. Um, that might have to go down first. Yeah. Okay. So let's get the inks out. We'll see. I'm just doing all this on the fly, so that's why it takes a bit longer than, than it needs to, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It takes a little bit longer than it needs to take, but that's okay. We'll use this. I've had these things for years. You know what? I might want to, I'm going to round these corners. And I've had this thing forever and it doesn't work all that great. I think my friend gave it to me years and years and years ago, and it's just very dull. So, anywho. So, yeah, I sent this to my sweet friend Agnes on this day. Wishing her a good week. Because she always sends me sweet little things. Which is nice. Okay. So there's that. I do think as well that I am going to use another one of these. These came in um, Brooke's gift to me for this. Okay, now this here, hang on a second. I'm going to glue this down. Get off of there. All right. So anyway, did I ask you guys a question like, how are you guys doing? Do you guys find that certain times of the year you get into a slump with journaling? I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or what. I mean, I know a lot of us get into journaling slumps every now and again, but I don't know what it seems to be. I'm not really sure. And it's not like, we haven't been more, busy or anything like that. Let's face it, we're very rarely busy. So there is that. Yeah. I'm just like kind of holding my breath and trying to get this down so that it sticks and is relatively straight. Excuse me. All right, now I am going to put these two, just move this up some, on, I'm going to back it, onto the green index card. These are just pictures of the charms that I made. They were so stinking cute. And they were so fun to make. Very, very fun to make. Okay, there they are there. And I'm going to use that smaller paper trimmer because the guillotine one, because for some reason, and I'm not sure what it is, I could have sworn I changed the blade on my cutter like a while ago, and not a while ago, forgive me, it was recently. I thought it was recently. Maybe it was a while ago and I just don't know what I'm talking about. But I could have sworn I just, replaced the blade not long ago. And it's when I cut these, because there's a white core to them, this is what happens. That tells me that my blade is not sharp, but like I said, I don't know why that would be. Okay, so let's see how we can cut this. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be straight. That's the only thing I do not like about the guillotine one, is that I can't like measure it really well, you know? But that's okay. Just go there and hope for the best. Okay. There, good enough. Okay, now these charms are so fun. Now, I wanted to make all these other different things, but no, you know, um, like I was saying, like our life is not really busy. However, last week, um, see, I can't put it. All right, I think we're gonna go like that. That's fine. And I can't put it here because it's on the fold. So that's not where I wanted to put this. Oy, oy, oy. I hope I'm in frame. Let me just check and make sure. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, last week I had my MRI on my noggin. And then, see, yeah, this I want to put over, or maybe I could put it like this. Oh gosh, wait. No, wait a second here. This is going to go here. So, ooh. Hmm. I don't want to put it here because it's going to have to be folded. So, oh, duh. I have all this room over here. Guys, why didn't you tell me? I, for crying out loud. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I could tell you that right now. Anywho, last week I had my noggin MRI, which everything went, I don't get the results, until this week. But it went fine, and I had just a splitting headache when I went in there. It was because I've been dealing with, I don't know what, allergies or something. So that's been a pain. Oh, there, that looks cute, huh? Um, yeah, so we have that. And the day before that, my brother and his wife came over for a few hours. They had been traveling and they happened to be in Florida. Actually, my brother was at his high school reunion, 40th high school reunion. Yeah, I've never been to a high school reunion. Um, yeah, I did. I wasn't a fan of high school. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you would not catch me there. All right, let's just use purple, huh? Because I like all the colors of the rainbow. We're just going to edge this up messily. Anyway, um, yeah, so they came to visit for a few hours, and then on the day that I had my noggin doc or my noggin MRI, then the hospital is right up close to my son's house. So we stopped off to his house and he was going to mow the lawn. So he wanted help watching the baby. And then, yeah, we brought lunch over and it was really nice. Yeah, we just picked up some subs on the way home and we had to stop by Bell's Outlet to look at the baby stuff because my husband can't resist. So we got the baby some more onesies and it was like a set of 5 onesies and they ended up being like $1 a piece because we had a $5 coupon. Yeah, so great deal, right? Yeah, my husband and I love our deals, okay? All right. Now, um who knows? I might even just leave this like this. You know what I'm saying? Um I need to erase this because I might just put this up here or somewhere, right? This is, I sent this to my daughter. I have high functioning anxiety, which basically means I get things done while mentally spiraling in the background. I show up, look composed, but inside it's constant overthinking, second guessing, and low key panic dressed up as being on top of things. It's like living in chaos that no one else can see because it's all happening behind a polite smile and a to do list. That is my daughter and myself. All the way, all the way. All right. I don't know what to do with this stuff. Wait. Okay. All right. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. So, guess what, folks? We're going to save that for another day. That's just the way it is. Um, and then this is going to go right in here like so. But I want this glue. Yeah. One of the things that's, as far as high functioning anxiety goes, um, my daughter and I both have POTS, and it's like literally high functioning anxiety all the time. you know, it just is what it is. We both deal with it. Um, in fact, she came home from work the other day because she was just not feeling good. And she calls me because, of course, I know exactly how she's feeling, and she's like, yeah, I'm not feeling good, I'm gonna drive home. And then she was like, can I just come to your house? And I was like, yes, please, of course you can. Oh yeah, she just needed mom and dad, because it's rough having to deal with that. So there's that. And then I'm not really even sure what happened on this day, to be quite honest. Let me see what is going on here. Okay, I will need to, and this is my son and my baby girl, the cutest little picture of them. Um, I don't know where to put this. Because I kind of like this, but now with these splotches, I might need to do something on. Okay, here we go. Right here. Let's just do it, shall we? Okay, we're going to take this bag right here. This was the bag that Brooke's stuff came in. And let me get my water bottle. Okay, let me get these two things. Okay, and we are going to just squiggle, right? We're going to squiggle the ink or whatever is in here. On here, whoops, that could have turned out ugly. All right, now we're just going to spray it a little bit. Okay, see that? Gonna roll it around some, and then we're gonna blop, 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 blop. I like the pink up there. There. Yeah. I should have erased that 6, but I didn't, so oh well. Can't do anything about it now. And I'm doing a little bit more pink because I like it. Spray a little bit of water. There. That's good enough, huh? That is good enough. Now, let me make sure what's on the other side. Nothing. Okay. Now we have to dry this, unfortunately, but that's okay. Once I dry it, I might try to see if I can take that Monday the 6th off, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference. This is a little fun technique you can use. It kind of turns out to be like a little watercolory looking thing. Even though this right here turned into kind of almost orange mud, but that's okay. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. No big deal. And I got some on the other page. Doesn't matter. These big pools take a little bit longer to dry. Let me see. I'll help it along. Okay. There's that. Let me see here. I could always find a quote and just put a quote here, which is what I might end up doing. Oh, I got some on there too. No biggie. No biggie. I could actually, although no. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think how I can do this. Okay. I'm going to put this up here. I will somehow figure a place for my girl, right? Even if I have to make another tag to put in here with her on it. Let's see here. Let's see here. We'll just use this right here. I can still put a quote on that one because I'm just going to stick this in with some washi tape. Okay, get this out of the way. Whoops. Yeah, so it was really nice seeing my brother and his wife. We had a very nice time. They just came over here, so to hang out. Yeah, so it was nice. Lots of family pictures and all that jazz. Yep. And it was nice. And it was interesting because I originally did not think that, like, she had asked me, oh, are we going to get to see the kids? And I said, I doubt it because they both work, you know? Yeah, because they both work. I don't know that they are going to be here. And as it turned out, so I need Monday the 6th. This was not the day that they came over, by the way, but anyway. Yeah, I said I highly doubt it because, you know, uh, they work, you know. What was this day? Sunday, Monday. But as it turned out, my son took the day off first. He needed to do something in town. And so he took an extra day off. And then my daughter was not feeling well, you know, so she ended up coming home. Yeah, so there was that, you know. You know what? I'm going to put this right down here because why not? Yeah. then it doesn't impede any of this, right? Let me see. Ah, can I do it? Can I do it? Yes. Good enough. Okay. Even though with a quote or something, I could always cover that up. But anyway, so so cute. Did I say even that these are from Rebecca Hoot? Okay, so there we go. Page done, just about, right? Okay, this page, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm caught up to the 6th, right? Yeah, up to the 6th, which is this day here. Yes. Okay, this day, I have no idea what I'm doing. This day, I have no idea what I'm doing. You know what? I want to make sure to put this back here so that I can do something with it. Okay. I don't know what happened here. This I know I'm going to put here because do you guys remember um I had a cold and it was I'm trying to think what I want to use here. I had a cold and it was like um I don't even know. Like weeks ago, when I was sick and I was not happy. In fact, it was last month, I think. Yeah. And both my husband and I got it, and I was like, ugh, I was not happy at all. The baby had it, my husband and I had it. I don't know. I think maybe my son had it first. I'm not really sure. So, anywho, then again on this day, I was back to taking my halls because I had another stinking cold. Either that or it was like allergies or something. It was really annoying. So hopefully this will be able to go on here all right. Ooh. If not, we might have a problem, folks. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that was a super big bummer because I thought, oh my gosh, if I'm getting sick again, this is going to be horrible because I am supposed to be going with my daughter on vacation. Something that we have looked forward to since Mother's Day when she gave me the present of a vacation. And I would have been horrified if, if I wasn't able to go with her. So, yeah. Okay, Thursday the 9th. So, and this is all I have on here. So, Thursday the 9th. Wait, yeah, 7 and 8 go there because I don't know what happened on those days. I'll just have to come back and figure it out. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this can't be happening again. But if you recall, back like during it was probably like COVID time, around that time, she and I went to Disney World. I don't know if I had COVID or not, but I definitely was sick. I had a fever. It was horrible. But we had planned this girls' weekend to Disney World, and I was like, "Oh heck no, I'm going." So yeah, I did. We wore masks and I took meds and we had a fantastic time together. Regardless. So, but now, I mean, I'm filming this before we're going out of town and I feel fabulous. So, it's all good. Okay. Now, this right here, I'm going to tip this in. This is a beautiful verse from Daniel. And let me see. And then here, I like this. I think it's beautiful. So again, I might just put like a quote down here or another Bible verse, something. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use this. Trust in God for part of it. Um, yeah. So anyway, as I'm filming this now, I do not have any kind of cold, whatever's symptoms at all. I feel fine. I mean, I'm stuffy, but, and that's why, like, I wasn't sure if it was an actual cold or if it was like sinuses. But the day that I had my MRI and the day before when my brother and his wife were here, I had a stinking like migraine, like headache. Oh gosh. And then I get into that silly MRI machine and it's just like someone's pounding on my head. But it went okay. MRIs don't really bother me. Some people, they're claustrophobic and whatnot. Pots wise, I wasn't feeling all that great, probably because I had a headache, but it is what it is. But I got through it, and my reward was to go get Jimmy John's because I'm such a baby. Okay, there's my girl. Now on this day here, it was so super exciting. News. And when I say baby girl, our granddaughter, she's like 3.5 months old, and so she's just now started to hold her bottle. So we're super excited. Yeah. Okay, now this is gonna go here. Do I want, I'm gonna put these here. I ordered 2 dresses. My question is, however, do I want a background color? Do I want a background color? You know what I might do? Um, I'll get this and we'll do the same thing here because why not? Yeah. Okay. Let me take this off of there. And this time I'm going to erase the 10th. All right. Now, mind you, I will later come back in here and I will, at a different time. And I will put more stuff on the pages. Right now, this is just like the first stages of me decorating the pages, right? Okay, so we're just gonna go like this. We're just gonna use a bunch of orange, I think. Maybe I'll put some yellow in there too. Why not? Okay. And then we'll spritz it with just a tad bit of water. I'm off camera, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. All right. And then I'm just going to smoosh and smoosh and smoosh. We might smoosh some more. Let me put some yellow. Do a little bit of yellow, huh? All right. There we go. I'll move it this way, and then we're just gonna smoosh. Smoosh. Yeah. That is good enough for me. Good enough for me. Just a little bit of color. Now we need to dry it. Um, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. But that's part of the reason I'm behind. I'm so behind is because, yeah, we've had stuff to do, for many of the days, even though we've been happy to not have like a whole bunch of doctor's appointments lately. That's going to be coming up here shortly. But I only had one doctor's appointment, I think, this whole time. But anyway, yeah, just and we're babysitting every day, and some days it's more hours, than other days. It just all depends. Oh, that's okay that went through, huh? Yeah, so I just haven't been in here, but also I have to say, like, my mojo hasn't been doing all that great either. Okay, now this, I am going to turn this into a tuck spot. Now, the question is, do I cut this out? Sure. I'm just going to lightly, cut it out. This is a sweet notepad that I got from Brooke. And this denotes because I purchased 2 more dresses. My kids, a couple years ago, they got me a red and a blue patterned dress, right? And it has like, 3/4 length sleeves with elastic around the wrist and or around, here. And then it has like an umpire waist, and they fall like just above my knee. They're perfect, and they're made of this wonderful material that doesn't wrinkle or anything. So um anyway, it's easy to take care of. I just wash them, hang them out to dry, and they're just beautiful. And they um kind of cover up my recent expansion, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's super nice that that I have that. Okay, now this I'm going to glue right here and glue here perhaps. Let me see. And maybe just a little bit down here. Maybe just like that. I don't know. We'll see where this takes us, shall we? Because I want to turn this into a pocket. Okay. Yeah, so because we're going on vacation, my daughter and myself, or we are on vacation, but I like, the typical I have nothing to wear. I have a closet full of nothing to wear. Well, in my case, it's true, right? No, I had those two dresses. The other dresses that I do have just aren't very flattering at the moment. And so, yeah. So I went ahead and got two more dresses, and they came this day, which was fun. So I want to put this here. And what this is going to do is this is going to serve as another pocket. Okay. So that's how we're going to do that one. And I need to put the glue on here. Okay. Kind of like that. All right. Yeah, so I'm super excited for my new dresses because they are so stinking. Is this the way I wanted to do it? I'm just holding it up to my face instead of your face. Yeah, kind of. All right. And then this is going to go here like that. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Let me just get this, wipe this extra glue off. Okay, there we go. And then we have a little extra glue there. Okay. And then these I'm going to put here. And then I can put, like I said, another picture, like the picture of the sweet girl holding her bottle up. I might put that in here. Yeah. And then the rest, whatever else I decide to write about, can be put on one of these sweet notepads, and then like this, right? I'll fold it up like so. And then this can go right in there. Huh? Cute. And I still have this paper back here that I can write on if I so desire, right? Okay, so now this is going to go here. Yeah, and it's just a tuck spot. So I'm going to glue it here at this bottom part. Get that glue boogie off of there. And then I'm going to glue it down the side. Whoops. Weird angle. Down the side there. Okay. But I'm not gluing it here in there. Yep. I'm just going to glue it just like this right over top the dress. That is still moving around. Glue this here. Let me turn this over so that I could press it down flat here. The paper's warped. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling or not speaking loud enough. Yeah, the paper is warped from the paint, right? Or the ink. Yeah. So there's that, huh? Yeah. Okay. Now we need the date. Okay. So let me see. That was the 9th. So this is going to be the 10th here. So how is your, if you're still here, bless you. How is your journaling going? Do you find that you get into a slump? Did I already ask you that? Probably. Um, or are you doing fine with it? Oh, and you know what else that has been super nice? Where am I going to put this? I think maybe I'll just put it right here. Seems like a good enough spot, huh? Okay, what date? The 10th. So the 10th was a Thursday, Friday. The 10th was a Friday. And I really, really hope that I've done this correctly because, mistakes can certainly happen you know, when you're not doing this like one day after the other, right? So 9, 10. This should be the 8th. This should be the 7th. This should be the 6th. Yes. Okay. Okay. So there's that. So that's pretty much done. Um, I like the way that came out. Okay. Now we have this right here. Okay. This was Saturday. And let me think. Okay. Saturday, my kids came and no. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think back. Oh, my poor brain. No. I went to my daughter's house and I helped her clean all day. And then we came back home. Um, and the boys, after they got off work, the boys came over and then we all had dinner. The only one missing was my sweet daughter-in-law. She was on night shift, so she was at work. But everyone else came over and we had um ham, macaroni, and cheese, right? So that's what this has to do. Sometimes I just sit back and look at my husband and children and I can't help but smile. Yes. Okay. And then that day as well, my husband did go to the store and he got some roses and baby's breath. Okay. So this I want to put on here and then this will turn into a flap. Now, what to do here? Because now let me think. I could write about helping my daughter. I could put this over here and just tip it in, but I would want something here, right? To write on and stuff. So, okay. I am going to maybe go out on a limb because I have these beautiful papers here. Oh my gosh, what the? Oh man, I just got this all over me and I don't even know. There's the cap. Jeez. Okay. Let me see here. These are the notepads that Brooke sent me, and they're so super cute. But also on the back is this, right? And I love that. So I might put that there. Hmm. Okay. Wait a minute here. See, if I put this here on this page, hmm, I'm trying to think, should I have a pocket? But I mean, let's get real, folks. You can only have so many pockets. Let me see. I could just glue this down here, honestly. But I would want it. Okay, I'm trying to think here, and it's not going very well, I have to say. It's not boding well for me. Oh dear. Um, okay. Let's look at this one here. I'm not really sure what happened that day, is what I'm getting at. So, I mean, it's not that I'm not sure. I know what happened that day, but I'm wondering. Okay. I don't know that I want to do that. Oh my gosh. See what I go through, guys? Okay. See, I could. I could actually glue this down like this, right? No big deal. And then I could have this as just a tip in. Yeah. And then put a gem somewhere on here. And I still have room to write. Or this is what I like doing too. Here's a little tip for you. When you have papers, whoops, let's get in frame. Oh my gosh, 50 minutes, Elizabeth. When you have papers like this that are too long for the height of your book, right? You can fold them in such a way, right? Like that. Okay. So let's see here. Let me show you. I'm going to fold it up this up here. Okay. And we'll crease it. Then I'm going to fold. See, I'm looking at this top as well. I'm going to fold it down so it fits within my book, right? Okay. We're going to go like that. And then now you have this thing, right? That. Okay. But you've kind of eyeballed it and measured it so it fits on the page. This right here, it makes a little pocket. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I think so too. So you can always do something like that. All right. So that, my friends, is what we're going to do. Now, when you go to glue it down, you can, you just glue it down, right? You just glue everything down. So no big deal. All right. So that, my friends, is what we're going to do. And then this is going to go in here like this. And then this is going to get glued here, right in the crease. And then this is going to go right here, stapled on. And then I will probably, I'm nearly positive, will probably go back and do other things, right, to the pages. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this glued on right quick. And then once we finish with this page, then we shall be done. Okay. And again, I'm really sorry if I am shaking you guys around. It's really hard to, I don't know what happened. It might be like because I got a new stand, for my camera. But I don't believe like when I lived at other houses that really ever happened. So it's bizarre to me that it's happening now. Okay, so this is going to go here like this, although we're going to make it even-ish. Okay, and then it's going to go like so. Okay, all right, I like that. Okay, now what I do have to do is put some glue right here on the sides. Okay, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this as far as like inking it, turning it into a tag, doing something else on it. I'll put that there. It did say Thursday on the back, if you noticed, but I must have seen it that Thursday, printed it out, but with the intention of putting it on, today's page. All right, now we're going to glue this tidbit on. I love this. It was one of those, I don't know how to pronounce it. Hug. It's like means calm and stuff. I really liked what it had to say. And I like the cute little artwork around it too. So I printed it out, and it talks about being a homebody, which I definitely am. Like I just am. I just like being at home. I really have, no desire to go anywhere. I mean, there on occasion, don't get me wrong. On occasion, there are times, where I feel like, man, we've been in the house, I'm getting like cabin fever. But generally speaking, uh-oh, is this gonna work? Let's put this up here. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Where's my thing here? Okay. You know what? You guessed it. I know you're saying it in your minds right now. Elizabeth, are you sure you didn't want to ink that? And yes, I did want to ink it, but it is what it is right now. So there you have it. What I can do is I can always go around it with like a marker or something. It's really not that big of a deal. All right, let's get this in here. Okay, now see that went over the fold here in my little pocket, which no biggie because it still fits. Yay! Okay, so there's that. I will take a marker or something and probably outline this. Probably do something down here. Who knows? I don't. This right here, I am going to put just a couple pieces of double stick tape. The roses he got are so beautiful. We usually don't get roses. He usually doesn't get roses. They were buy one get one free, so he's like I said, we love our discounts. So yeah, so he got them when he was at the store, which is very kind of him. But one of the things we do that I realized helps with the longevity of the flower in a vase, is when you have a rose to cut it up the like cut it at an angle, to cut the height you want, but then cut up the stem about an inch and then put it in water and it works out so much better, right? It just does. Why is this weird? I don't know. Something is like stuck on there, which is annoying. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. Um, yeah. And then you know what I think I might want? I gotta get up for it. Here's my little ooh, my goodie thing. I'm gonna put one of these on there. One of these ruffles. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna go like so. All right. That's gonna go like that. I'm gonna get the trusty old. There we go. Okay, pretty, pretty, pretty. Write my notes here. If I need to do anything else, I will. I will, if I can get them out, I might put a little gem here. I'll have to look at my phone too to see if, maybe I'll just put that there. Yeah. Okay. To see if I have any photos this day, like of the baby or something. I don't really know. I don't know. Okay. I'm just trying to put this on like evenly. I don't know. Okay. We're just going to go like that. And then I'll move this over here. Move this over here. Okay. What was this day and date? Friday the 10th. This was Saturday. Saturday the 11th. Nice. Okay, so I still have the 7th and the 8th to do. I'll just go back and do those at some point. This I'm going to put down here. How cute is that? Saturday. Saturday, Saturday. Okay, then this is Sunday. And on Sunday, because we'd had family dinner the day before, we didn't really do much on this day, I don't think. I can't remember. And then we have this, which, beautiful day for a family visit. This was Monday. And then this was Tuesday when I had my MRI and stuff. So yeah, I still have, pages to catch up on. However, I am enjoying how these turned out. So, and of course, I will go back through here and I might decide to put lettering on here. I might decide to put, a baby picture that I have or something, or add a tag into here or something, right? These are the two that I still need to do. And then this, yeah, I like how this is turning out so far. So thank you so much, because not only do I love having you all along with me while I decorate pages, but you guys inspire me and you guys give me, the desire to come in here and work on my book and get things done in my book. So, yeah, I just really appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. Subscribe button and like and all that, all of it. Do all the things, okay? And I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I hope you have a great week ahead. Again, I thank you so much. Time is so, so precious. And this I know firsthand. So I truly appreciate that you make the choice each week to tune in and see what's going on here in my house, in my neck of the woods, right? So, yes, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.